Alright, so this will be my attempt at creating a tutorial for Spellforce 3 versus mode. I do want to explain to begin with why I did this. I recently started playing the game, I like it a lot, I'm not good at it, and I do think that one thing it lacks is a tutorial. So a way to explain the very basic things about how it works. So I'm going to play a little and explain not just what I'm doing, but what the options are. I'm playing versus Puny AI, so this shouldn't be a problem, but I will explain it, everything I'm doing, and I'll be able to play very slowly and methodically and explain everything. Now, okay, I did random AI and random player because this doesn't quite matter what race I am, but just so you know, this is Orc. Now, whatever race you're playing, you start with two things. You start with three things actually. Your main structure, in this case, the Orcish Kalrak, and one unit, usually a scout. Each race has two units they can build from their main building. Orcs, as you can see, have more. It's a little bit more complicated for Orcs, but I have a Warg Rider, which is a very fast scout unit. At your Godstone, the first thing you want to do every game is pick a hero. Every race generally has two heroes. There's the Goblin Shaman for the Orcs, and there's the Oculist, which I assume is supposed to be an occultist. Here's an aspect of the game that is a bit of a problem. It's kind of newish. I mean, the game itself is from 2007, but the versus mode is only a few weeks old. It has a lot of kinks that need to be worked out. I assume Oculist is one of them. So, because I'll be able to say Oculist a lot and upset people, I'm going to get one. Now, these are the structures. You can press on a structure and see what your options are. Now, there are a few things that are a little unique about this. As you can tell, I don't have enough rock or enough food to build this research. But if I press it, the research will start. I will be at minus 10 rock and minus 10 food. I can start research and start buildings without that. So I just canceled this research. Now, what you need to do every game, pretty much, is get resource buildings. Now, if you notice, this is a lumber building, and these arrows point me towards things I can use it. Towards things I can harvest. Okay, so I will build some basic build. That is 2 lumber, 1 stone cutter. Now if you see stone is all, the arrow is pointing me to a very specific place, you want it to be as close as possible to the resource. Alright, now you'll notice this thing, it says free workers. This is how many workers I have that I can use. Each building workers are automatically assigned to buildings, and you can assign or deassign them however you want.
Building completed.
Now if you notice, this is an empty space, I can't assign workers to it. So I will take my Oculist, and this is your hero. It's the most important unit in the game.
Building completed.
It is very similar to other heroes you may have seen in games like Warcraft 3.
That way. Yes.
Let's see.
And here are his stats. He has 3 healing potions and 3 focus potions. If you press on this, you will have his leveling. Each hero has 6 basic stats, 6 spells, and 2 ultimate spells. And you have 3 ability points to assign. So I will assign Demonic Pact, which is a buff. Lacerate, a single target damage. And Blood Sacrifice, which is an area of effect damage. And as I do that, you'll see these are on the top here. So let's go into how macro works in this game. Not yet. First of all, if you play StarCraft 2, you know there's an F2 button. In this game, it is automatically bound to U. And I can make these guys my control group. And I can move.
Alright, we'll be fast.
I am right clicking. There are other movement options. You can A move, like you know from StarCraft or Warcraft or other games, or you can control right click, which does the same exact thing.
Consider it done.
Now, like, to macro in this game, you need to build, you need to find these empty flags. They're marked like this on the minimap, and you need to level them. Now there is a trick to resource collection in this game. I explained the system of how you assign workers to buildings. Hunting cabins for food, lumber mills for wood, stone cutters for stone. There's another resource, iron, and another further complication later on.
Right, we'll be fast.
So you have these workers who come from their buildings and put resources in it. Then you have these guys, carriers. Each sector has a certain amount of carriers. I am not 100% sure how many. I don't know. There is no official documentation that I've found. And carriers go from the resource buildings and to the main building, and then the resources are added to your stores. Notice now I have this button, free workers. It's a lot like in StarCraft. I will use these three free workers. I will press construction menu, you can see its N, and I will build a war pit, which is a very basic structure that lets me summon more units. And then you can build another thing. Every race has these three. It also has a farm. I think it's called something slightly differently for trolls. And the farms give you less food, but more... I'm blanking on it. Yeah, they give you less food, but they don't get exhausted. You can press on a hunting cabin to see there's 231 food in this sector in pigs. And you have these hunters that kill pigs, get their food. So I'm going to hotkey everything. I press Control and 2, and then whenever I press on 2, I get to the cow rock. I can press 2 multiple times. If I press on the scouting post and Shift 2, it selects the scouting post as well as everything selected. So, scouting post, I add it to Control 2. At War Pit, I can upgrade things. Now, another mechanic that is very important
We're under attack.
is upgrading your main building. My opponent has this spider that it's sent to my main to scout, and my main building can attack it. Your sector centers can attack. Now, you will notice there are these skulls in the battlefield. On the minimap, right here.
Good news.
So that means
we
I
finished
go here,
researching a new technology.
and there is a fight. Now I've pressed F3, which is this, and there is this blood sacrifice that happened. F1, I just used demonic
heroes
pact,
grew stronger.
and my hero just killed 2 guys. I lost a ward rider because I didn't macro it.
Chieftain, the outpost
And now he's
has
built
been
this
built.
outpost.
Our borders have
I
expanded.
will upgrade this outpost. It will upgrade this outpost too. Outposts can be upgraded, and upgrading outposts gives you more workers and often other things. Now you'll notice all my outposts have these things. these are the different resources that are in this sector. So this sector has 100 raw meat, 500 rocks, 300 logs, and 500 iron ore. This sector has 30 iron bars. Has no iron bars, sorry. I pressed on the warp pit instead. This is what the sector should have. This is what the building has in it. It's a nice little overview. It shows you how much of the resources in the building. At this point, none of my buildings have resources in them. However, if I do this, it is at a huge negative. Now I will press 2. I will right click my hero. I will add this to 2. I will right click my hero and I'll start
We're almost out of stone.
massing out pesterers. See? Now I am at a negative on both food and stone. Not very good, but that's why I have these guys coming in. And the collectors are collecting, carriers are collecting, and once they get to my main, my stone here went up.
Good news. We finished researching a new technology.
So now I will build something very important here, an iron mine. I was about to put it here next to the stone, but that would have been a mistake. I am instead putting it here
We're
next to
almost
the
out
iron
of
mine.
stone.
And I am not sure, but I think. Nope. Okay. So with orcs, what I see here is that
Good
the
news.
iron mine
We
mines
finished
iron ore
researching a new technology.
and processes it into iron ingots. With other races, you will need a building to mine iron and a building to turn that iron into ingots. Now, each race also has its
What do you need?
special.
Our warriors
Thanks.
are hungry.
Oh, first of all
Let's
of my
find more
here are my
food.
pesterers. Oh, whoops! Nope, I didn't mean to do that.
Chieftain, the outpost has
Yes,
been built.
this game has a
Our
demolish
borders
button,
have
which I
expanded.
keep clicking by accident. Bloodforge.
We're
It-
almost out of stone.
Now, if you notice, when I click a building, it shows me this little silhouette, and that shows that I don't have enough workers to build that thing, to
I wait your
populate that
command.
thing properly. And so that building has a worker. Buildings need workers in them to work. Each building has its own worker requirement, and that's something that you need to notice. So, see, now I press Shift 1.
Yes? What do you need?
We going?
If I press this guy and Shift 1,
Building completed.
then he will be joined to 1 in this selection here. And if I press Shift 1 again, then 1 is excluded. Shift both includes and
I wait
excludes.
your command. What do you need?
So I'll press on U, select all my units, and make them
We've
1.
no more room for troops. We need to improve our outposts.
Population. I just got this warning. I am 36 out of 36. I am fully maxed out.
Ah, so it must be.
So now, what I need is buildings that improve the maxing out. I'm looking at the orcish buildings and I don't see it. Some races have shelters, which will let you max out more. With orcs, notice I'm not microing. It doesn't matter when it's versus zombies and I have so many archers.
Good news. We finished researching a new technology.
With orcs, I get more population by building outposts. Max population, if you notice. Oh, this tells me workers plus 3, carriers plus 10, and max population plus 8. So I will press on this, and when it is done, I'll have a higher max population.
Chieftain.
Let's see.
Me and Bowie ready.
Now because I accidentally made a mistake, I made my army my 2 hotkey. This can happen. So now I'll need to select the Risen Kalrak, the scouting post, and this outpost flag, which has just become a scouting post, and make it my new number 2. Now, if you notice, this is the queue. So if I do
Our heroes
drummers,
grew
they'll be
stronger.
built everywhere. Now, orcs don't have this. So, orcs don't have
await
this,
your
but
command.
with some races, you have buildings that can build some units and buildings that can't.
Yes?
We're under attack.
So,
The hunt continues.
even if you press on
We've
multiple
no more
buildings,
room for troops.
some of which can
We
build
need
some
to
units and
improve
some
our
of which
outposts.
can't, the game is smart enough. So, you know, these I'm just researching upgrades. The game is smart enough to tell you that you
We've
can...
no more room for troops. We need to improve our outposts.
Let's say the Risen Kalrak couldn't recruit these guys,
We've no more room for troops. We need to improve our outposts.
or specifically, these can't build wyverns. So let's clear out this. Or let's build pesters. Let's build tons of pesters. Okay, all the queues are almost full. I can press on
Iron's running
wyverns,
low, Chieftain.
and only
We
the
should
Risen
change
Kalrak
that.
will build pesters.
I await your command. Let's move.
Okay, now I have 2 drummers. And I will attack. Now, if you notice, I can press on this to choose different
news.
things. This
We
doesn't
finished
matter
researching a
with
new
my current
technology.
composition. But I can press on them, and sometimes some units will have different abilities. Not the case here, but we can see
The
that.
toll will be high.
Now, if you notice, I've been going to different camps and killing enemy units. This is vital. In this game and in Warcraft 3, if you've played that, it's creeping, and it matters a lot. One thing I haven't been doing that is
We've
probably
no more
very
room
important
for troops. We need to improve our outposts.
is collecting these little rewards. I'm not doing anything here. I could be microing, I could be doing a better job of this. I lost a drummer because
Good
I did a
news.
bad job of
We finished
microing.
researching a new technology.
That's fine, I don't care. This is me trying to teach, not me trying to actually play. But something I didn't do is I didn't loot
We've
dead
no
enemies.
more room for troops.
So I am
We need
looting,
to improve our
I get a
outposts.
focus potion, I get a healing potion,
What do you need?
and I get another healing potion. So I'll build
Consider
another
it
outpost.
done.
One thing I didn't do is I didn't level up my Oculist.
Chieftain,
He
the
is now
outpost has been
level
built.
4, as you
Our
can see
borders
here.
have expanded.
So I will upgrade things. I have 6 points because you get 2 every level. I am upgrading Blood Harvest, which will make him heal himself, and Concentration, which will lower cooldowns. I'll also get nothing else because I want to save points for next level, where at level 5 you can upgrade your abilities. These aren't necessarily the ideal choices. Not only am I not very good at this game, but the meta hasn't been fully understood enough to make these ideal choices. This is a very new mode. Now if you notice, this has a new resource, Black Ash. This requires a Black Ash collector, which is a tier 3 upgrade. Now I will try to
Iron's running
upgrade this
low,
to a
Chieftain.
Grand
We should
Kalrak,
change that.
but I need more iron. In any case, I will upgrade this scouting post into a frontier post so that when it's done, I can get more iron mines to mine out of this.
I await your command.
Now, every race has its own unique resource. Orcs have Black Ash,
Yes.
and the Dark Elves,
That
which
way.
I'm facing, have souls.
We've no more room for troops. We need to improve our outposts.
This is the special water that humans need. There are also these flowers somewhere. I think it might even be these flowers at the edge of the water,
We're
which
under
elves need.
attack.
my opponent is sending more spiders. By the way, that's how I know that they're
Consider
dark
it
elves,
done.
because they send spiders. One of
We've
those
no more
things
room
that you
for
do end up
troops.
learning.
We need to improve our outposts.
So I am going to listen to the very angry orc who's telling me what to do.
Our
And improve my
warriors are hungry.
outposts.
Let's find more food.
Our warriors are hungry, and I need more steel.
We're under attack.
So I will build this iron mine. I will follow the arrow, and I will build this iron mine here. Now one thing you'll see is, buildings, the game does assist you a little. I want to place my iron mine here. I can't. The closest spot to where I can build this iron
Damn
mine,
it. We lost
indicated
a
in this radius, is this.
What do you need?
I just lost a sector.
Yes.
Not great. So
Building
I'm going
completed.
to
Await your
press
command.
on you, get my whole army. Scoundrels, pesterers, and drummers. I'm going to control
For the
and
cow.
right click here. I'm going to look away from my army for a little bit
Our warriors are hungry. Let's find
while
more
I get these
food.
upgrades in. If you notice, this iron mine has a red miner. It means the miner is being constructed. You see, this
We've
worker
no more
bar
room for
is
troops.
slowly turning
We
up.
need to improve our outposts.
So now I've control right clicked this flag, and my units are coming in and attacking this flag.
Chieftain.
Alright. Now I have room for 2 more things here, so I'm going to do the construction menu and build a hunting cabin, which requires 2.
Building completed.
I see
await
2
your
tarantulas. I'm gonna need to fight them. Oh no, I see a lot of tarantulas heading
Let's
somewhere.
move.
Let's follow them.
So it must be.
So now I'm killing them. And there is the Dark Elf hero, the Guardian of Nor. So versus a hero, what I want to do is F1, F3,
We've no more room for
and
troops.
F2.
We need to
to hurt
improve
him.
our outposts.
All my guys are surrounding him, and now I killed him. Now, another mechanic that heroes in this game have,
What do you need?
another mechanic, if you notice, I will keep selecting all units and making them into my army. You could also split up your army to do little raids. Another mechanic is inventory. Right now I have Orcish Ceremonial Armor, a Blood-Blessed Claymore, and this Stone of Homecoming. Every hero has a Stone of Homecoming. So I can press on F12 to activate the Stone of Homecoming, and any building of mine. Now there are 2 things that are interesting here. First is, food in this sector has been exhausted, so these hunting cabins have emptied themselves out. I have 3 workers here. Unrelated. So now I am demolishing these, and I will build something to have instead of them, because I still need the food income. So now I'll build the building I said earlier, the farm. It's slower, but it can't be exhausted.
We've no more room for troops. We need to improve our outposts.
I get it. Thank you.
All right.
The
Now,
hunt continues.
this is a symbol on the minimap that you'll see, the merchant. So now I am sending my hero to talk to the merchant.
Building completed.
Now, I don't need these focus potions.
Everything for
This
the
hero
weary
is
traveler.
unique, he doesn't need focus, he uses his own health. So I'm going to do this, and I will get 600. But, look at what the merchant has. He has this level 3 Orcish Ceremonial Armor, which is much better than what I have. And he has this level 3 Blood-Blessed Claymore.
Fair enough. Let's make this
Now, because I feel very comfortable with my hero's health, I'll get a Blood-Blessed Claymore. This is my hero's gold. This is the merchant's gold. So I'm going to
Farewell.
Fair enough.
accidentally exit the store
Armor,
because,
shields,
again, I am not
everything
very good
from
at this
copper
game.
daggers to moon silver swords.
So now it will cost me
nails are rusty. Somebody get me new ones.
4,400, which I can afford. I
You know
will
how
go
to
into
bargain,
inventory. I
don't
will
you?
press I, and I'll change the claymore.
We'll be
Now you can see he has a different looking claymore. This also works in game.
Looking for potions and scrolls? I'm sure I have just what you need.
There's also this Orcish ceremonial crown, which if I get it, my hero will have a crown.
Pleasure doing
which is
business
nice.
with you.
Continue.
Come
It's
again.
nice to have crown.
That way.
Long live the king.
Their loss will be great.
I'm going to upgrade this frontier post, and this frontier post I will build more food production. Nope, I will get a shaman hut and more food production. 2 more hunting caverns. Cabins. Sorry, not caverns.
Building completed.
Consider it done.
So now build outpost. I will right click, I will build this outpost.
Chieftain, the outpost has been built.
Now if you
Our
notice there are
borders have
different...
expanded.
Ooh, I have a flying unit that I didn't notice. There are different symbols for the creeps, indicating difficulty. As a general rule, the scarier looking the symbol, the more difficult the creeps. Red is really simple, a level 1 hero can do it. And these red skulls. These red skulls with fire means you can't do it with a level 1 hero, but my army, as you saw earlier, handled it very, very easily. And the highest level will be these demons. My army is probably good enough to beat them. I keep checking my hero because it says I have more points.
We've
but
no more room
he's
for
level
troops.
4, as
We
you
need
can
to
see.
improve our outposts.
This is experience. This is his experience bar. And I will attack
So
this
it
sector.
must be.
And let's see the enemy in it. It is an adamantium golem.
We've no more room
So
for
I will
troops.
take it
We need to
somewhat
improve
seriously.
our outposts.
By the way, I limited myself to the units I had earlier. To the abilities I had earlier. You can get 9 abilities on autocast. With no problem. So I'm beating this adamantium golem. Very, very easily. Actually.
Our heroes grew stronger.
And my hero leveled up to level 5.
I will do it.
So now I will get whatever is here to loot.
Building
It is an
complete.
amulet of omnipotence. 10 focus. Meaningless. 250 health. Very good. Focus, by the way, is mana, which other heroes need. But not this one. Now I'm level 5. I'm level 6. I leveled up 2 levels from killing this guy. So I'm gonna get Blood Like Tar. I'm gonna get Sanguine Burst. And I'm going to level up every single level 1 ability. And do this.
I await your command.
Now there is one, so I have... Is my Kalrak level 3 yet? No, it is leveling up now. It just needs some time. If you notice, I have so many free workers here. I'm just going to spam iron mines because that looks to be what I'm missing. Nope, I can't spam iron mine. No, I put farms. That was a mistake. Frontier post. Here, I have Black Ash. I'm going to wait until my Kalrak is level 3. This fortified outpost, I will also wait to mine Black Ash. I'm going to max out on Black Ash like crazy. This fortified outpost, I will build another iron mine. I'll have 3 iron mines. This will put my iron... This will make my iron crazy.
Building completed.
And I have a Black Ash collector. But anyway. So I'll build another hunting cabin. Now my Black Ash is high. I'm gonna put more farms here. By the way, when the hunting cabin should
Building
end soon.
completed.
Now Black Ash collector. if you notice, there are 2 spots to collect black ash, so I'll put 2 here. And 1 on this smaller spot. These also need to collect black ash, so two black ash collectors. Now I will get tons of crazy stuff.
Our elders are out of black ash. We need to grind more roots.
I have just queued up a massive amount of units. No real good reason for that, but I wanted to.
Yes?
But as a result, my steel is at a negative and my black ash is at a negative. I will show you one more mechanic, because that's what I remember right now, before I do more.
Consider it done.
First of all, I'll build this outpost. Now this thing is a tainted obelisk. I'm still not 100% sure what assigning workers to it does, but I can offer an offering to Zarak. Every faction has a god it believes in.
We need to improve our outposts.
Actually, I will cancel these. I'll fortify this outpost so that I have more workers. But carriers just moved in and brought all of the food this thing needs, because they could.
Building completed.
And they're slowly bringing iron. I think they're bringing iron directly from the mines, which does show that it doesn't make it better if you have mines in the same sector where you need things. Now this hunting cabin emptied, so I'm going to demolish it. As to this hunting cabin,
we've no more room for troops. We need to improve our outposts.
And I could build more iron mines. There's nothing else here that I need. So that's what I'll do. I'll build more iron mines. They won't be as efficient.
Let's see.
You see, they're getting a little bit distant. By the way, average production rate 35, average production rate 7, average production rate 35, average production rate 7, and you can see all of these.
What do you need? That way.
Building completed.
This is what will be another outpost. So now I'll put these guys there. I wish I knew what this was doing.
Chieftain. Fair enough.
We're under attack.
Now the thing that's annoying a little bit is that it says we're under attack
I await your command.
when my buildings attack, because I wasn't under attack when it told me that. My building just saw someone and attacked it.
What do you need?
So I have all these guys coming in. By the way, each race has this building that
We've
has
no more room
upgrades.
for troops. We need to improve our outposts.
So I'm just going to get every single upgrade. This is not very smart. I'm just getting them because I like upgrades. I'm addicted to upgrades.
We'll be fast.
Now I have this tainted obelisk set on workers, more devoted people. Again, I wish I knew what it does. This game really... I think it might increase the production speed, but...
Yes?
Yeah, I'm sure there are people better
That
equipped
way.
than me to make this video, but they aren't making it, so... I'm just upgrading all of my outposts so that I'll have more population.
Good.
I also haven't gotten this outpost yet, so that's what I'll do while I wait.
Consider it done.
Now this is funny.
Building completed.
This bit of black ash is technically in this sector, but this worker is going to this sector. I guess this is some kind of thing which the devs should probably work on a little. I'll get a watchtower too, because why not? I got a shaman hut earlier.
We've no more room for troops. We need to improve our outposts.
I'm going to look for it. Again, another tool that I'd love to see in this game.
Iron's running low, Chieftain. We should change that.
Anyway.
Building completed.
Yeah, I'm just randomly getting goblins.
Iron's running low, Chieftain. We should change that.
I'm waiting for this to finish, which I've made much more difficult by using other things that require iron. My research is stalled, by the way.
Troops. We need to improve our outposts.
I'm pretty much waiting for one more thing, and then I'm just going to move to win, because I'm against the puny AI.
Building completed.
Alright. It's well worth remembering hotkeys like in any RTS. Construction is N, inventory is I, leveling is K. A spellbook lets you reassign things on the top, but it's not that necessary in multiplayer. It's much more of a single player campaign thing.
All right, we'll be fast.
These hunting cabins are unnecessary, so I will replace them with farms. Now, you see I keep opening the spellbook. That's because I'm used to, not the spellbook, the leveling. I'm used to single player where building is K. K for construction. So
We're under attack.
this is what happens when you spam watchtowers. Tainted Obelisk is almost ready. It needs 10 more steel.
We've no more room for troops. We need to improve our outposts.
Each race does have unique
Building
buildings which
completed.
you'll need to learn. As I'm not a real orc player, I didn't build a strive totem. I don't know what it's. I didn't use it. Again, this is one of those things that you will need to learn. I'm just waiting for this Tainted Obelisk because every race, by the way, that's what I was trying to show. Every race has an ultimate unit that comes from an offering to its god, and the orcs is the flesh golem.
Yes?
Now I finally have units with abilities, I think, or I should, anyway.
I await your command. Yes?
Actually, because I'm here, I'll build these tribe totems. And we'll see what they're for. They're very pricey. My wooden stone has been going crazy this game, but... Okay, needs 4 more. 3 more. These carriers are on
Building
their way.
completed.
I have built the ultimate
A
unit.
Titan has entered the battlefield.
Now, in multiplayer, this will also show your enemy. So, you, control 1, and I'll press this. Now, I
Good
haven't
news.
really been
We
attacked,
finished researching a new
but this
technology.
repair button is vital, especially on towers.
What do you need?
So let's go to the enemy's base. Now if you can see, I have minus 13 iron,
Good news. We
and
finished
this
researching a
building
new technology.
was at minus 13, now it's at minus 12. The amount of iron you have and the amount of iron your buildings have a negative resource whenever you cast something, and then that negative disappears when carriers bring it to them. Now I have minus 9 iron,
no
and this
more
building
room
is at
for
minus
troops.
8.
We need to
Other
improve our
buildings
outposts.
instead are at minus, except the orc buildings are their outposts, so I can't show that to you on orc. So instead, I'll press on you, control 1, and
The
let's
toll
A move.
will be
Good news. We finished
Now if
researching
you
a
notice,
new
the Shaman
technology.
doesn't have spells, the Ravager doesn't have spells, the War Troll doesn't have spells, Pesterous, Brutes. The Flesh Colossus does have a spell, so I will cast its spell.
Good news. We finished researching
It's
a
given
new
all
technology.
my units a boon, but it stopped all of them because I gave a different command. So now I am A moving. This is my opponent's town hall, their main building,
Good news. We finished
and
researching
it's
a new
getting
technology.
destroyed. If you notice, the Flesh Colossus has an obscene amount of health. It deals 500 pure damage.
What do you need?
Another factor I didn't say. Types of damage: magical, fierce. And now I have victory because Puny AI. I should note how more things work. Characteristics. Different spells can apply to them, I think. Humanoids, Draconoid, Humanoid. Resistance. Different resistances they get from different damage. I'm not sure if this is a percentage thing, but if you notice, Pesterers will take more damage from magic, and much less damage from siege. Buildings will take more damage from siege, but it isn't shown. Drummers, again, magic resistance. So magical damage is a little better here. That's what it says. Except for shamans. These mages are better against magical resistance. So that's pretty much the core mechanics of Spellforce. Of course, I am almost definitely missing something. I showed you orcs. Humans work a little differently, elves work a little differently, dark elves work a little differently. It's complicated. I didn't even look at Twitch chat. I'm sorry if anyone was following this. I wasn't doing this for Twitch really, I just figured I'd stream it on Twitch anyway, but luckily 0 viewers. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was a blank space. There are a few blank spaces there. Every race will have its own mechanic tied to its ultimate thing. I think Black Ash is the simplest. But every race will have 2 different heroes. And yeah, so as I was saying earlier, it is very similar to Warcraft 3 in a lot of ways, but it's modern. It's very different. As you could see, I had infinite army size, much better unit collision, it's not as easy as in Warcraft 3 to mess with pathing. And I think this is a very fascinating game. I think it might not be a great RTS yet, but it's a good one, and it can be a great one. I'm very interested in seeing how this game continues, and I really hope this tutorial can help you understand the core mechanics of the game, because I needed to learn them without any tutorial, and it was very strange for me. So, good luck, have fun, and I hope to meet people on the ladder who might have learned from this video, and I hope they beat me because I'm very not good at this game. Oh, I was just about to alt-tab and it showed me this. Right, another thing I forgot. I am an expert. So if you'll see, this has all of the abilities that my hero had, and it's just a quick cast. If you don't want to use hotkeys, you can use this. If you're targeting a unit, it'll show you. See, now I can't use Blood Like Tar because I'm targeting a unit. I wish I'd remembered this while making the video, but I'm working without a script. I suck at this game. And yeah, so good luck everyone. I hope this gets any views, because otherwise I just made myself hoarse for no reason.